Hey, Fabulous! So, welcome back to February Friday. For the first case for this week, we are going back to Germany. Of course, as you can imagine, I have got another serial killer. This one's not being as well known. Of course, the amount of victims that she has is definitely crazy. And once you, I guess, like do the tally count and see how many people have died, or at least believed to have been from her, you'll see what I mean. And these are just the confirmed victims, and it's actually believed to have been many more. So with that being said, if you've heard this serial killer, or you just happen to live in Germany, or you come from a German like heritage, definitely let me know. So with that being said, I'm quitting my rambling. Source dumb as always, and let's go get started. So I'm probably going to pronounce our killer's first name wrong. So I guess I normally will say apologies because she is, of course, our killer. So if you can imagine. So Gesche Marguerite Tim was born on March 6, 1785, and she had a twin brother. So her father was a tailor and her mother was a seamstress. So as you can imagine, the family probably didn't make that much money. Gesche actually apparently had dreams of becoming an actress, and apparently she was actually said been pretty attractive. Of course, this being the 1700s, there aren't exactly pictures of her, so everything we have of her is pretty much drawings. So I guess like take that as you will. So the father pretty much wanted her to get married like pretty much right away because women I guess were unmarried like couldn't work, and so you kind of had to rely on the husband. And so in order to keep have like a safe life and a somewhat stable, better life than what I gave you, let's go ahead and ship you off. So when she's 21, there's this man by the name of Johann Miltenberg. Apparently he proposes. She accepts. They have 3 kids together. So Adele Hitch was born on September 5th, 1807. You have Heydrich, who was born in 1810, and then you have Joanna, who was born in 1812. So Johann, the husband, apparently his father died, and he actually was left an inheritance, but I guess maybe he was dealing with the death of his father and became a drunk, because it said that he spent the whole inheritance at the bar. So I was just buying drinks, because drinks are expensive even back then. And so then in 1813, he would tell GS that he was broke and that he had spent the entire inheritance. So then a few months later, Johann would apparently complain of stomach pains and apparently had died soon after complaining of said stomach pains. So then only a year and a half of being a widow and a mother of 3 children. So not only you're a widow, but you're also a single mom now. She would get courted by a man by the name of Michael Christoph Gottfried. Remember, her last name's Gottfried, so I guess, so she never gets remarried. Okay. And so she accepts this courting. So then on May 1st, 1815, GS's mother actually died. And then within 3 weeks, both of her daughters, they're dead. And then on June 28th, her father dies. And then on September 2nd, her only son also dies. And so the town, I guess they're not just catching up that, your husband, all your kids, and your parents just happen to both die. And so they're over here calling her the angel of Bremen because they're in the belief that she's actually taking care of them. I guess actually trying her best to take care of them, and she just has really bad luck because they're all over dying. So then her brother apparently was over here serving in a war because it said he came back from service because remember I said she had a twin brother. He found out, both the parents are dead. So understandably, he was under the assumption that there was an inheritance. He asked his sister for the inheritance because, I'm also their child. They're dead, so, where's my cut? And apparently he dies. So then he dies of June of 1816. So then she finds out that Michael, the man that she's now married to, has several deaths. Of course, she ain't trying to deal with all that. So then Michael gets sick and he dies June 5th, 1817. And in 1821, a man by the name of Paul Thomas Zimmerman would apparently propose, and she accepted. However, of course, before they got married, he actually died on June 1st, which is believed to be another victim of GS's, if you were keeping track. And she was still able to inherit the house and an inheritance despite them never actually getting married. So then on March 21st, 1825, you got Anna Lucia Maya Holtz, who apparently was Yesh's own music teacher. She died. And then on December 5th, her neighbor Gianna Moses died. So GS would apparently sell the house, and there was a couple by the name of Johann and Wilhelma, who apparently had heard of her reputation, because again, the townspeople are thinking she just has bad luck, and she's over here, this little angel of Bremen, and so they're asking her to help be a housekeeper and take care of us in our old age, because of the unfortunate good reputation that she has. So as you can imagine, Wilhelma, she dies December 22nd, 1826. And I guess GS tried to poison the nurse and the maid too, so they wouldn't say anything, but both of them actually recovered. And then it said that the nurse actually quit shortly after because she was over nursing a pattern of death with GS, so I guess nobody else was nursing. So then Joanne gets sick, and apparently I guess the nurse had told him to, watch out for Gish, because, she didn't kill your wife. There's over a pattern of death. That can't be a coincidence. Do you remember what she said? And he just happens to catch her putting, this little white powder stuff in his food. He takes it to a chemist behind GS's back. The chemist is like, listen, bro, this is arsenic. So then, of course, he goes to police, and then GS gets word that her cover has been blown, and that she's no longer this little angel of Bremen, like the town people believed, and she had actually ran to hands over Germany. So in May of 1827, Um, Betty Schmidt and her daughter Eloise got sick, and so Eloise is said to have died on the 13th, whereas Eloise died on the 13th, whereas Bet is believed to have died 2 days later, so on the 15th. On July 24th, one of Gesche's creditors by the name of Frederick Klein, he died. And kind of a little bit of irony, I guess, depending on who you ask, on her 43rd birthday, on March 6, 1828, she actually was caught. And she claims to have killed 15 people, but I imagine from all the people that we're keeping track of, I feel like that's more than 15. And she's actually said that she claims to be haunted by those that she. And so I guess kind of try to get some sympathy thing, because now it's revealed you killed all these people. Obviously, people will start having sympathy for you. So then, trial, I guess, doesn't go for another 3 years, and then she tries to say at trial that she is not guilty by reason of insanity. She is sentenced to death, and then she is executed on April 21st, 1831. So yeah, that is the case of Gesche Gottfried. That is another German serial killer that I have. That I think that's makes 2 or 3, but I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. And so anyway, if you heard this case, definitely let me know. If you are from Germany or have any German family that have told you about this case, let me know. If you heard about this case from the first creator, Briefcase, who I found out this case from, definitely let me know. And so with that being said, I cover faith females 6 times a week. Subscribe for more faith females, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.